Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rogue Legacy. It's been a little while since we've been playing this one. Been a little caught up in other things. I guess we're just going to pick up where we left off as a level 347 assassin, Lady Antoinette II. And we have eidetic memory, so we will remember enemy placement perfectly. Our goal is to improve our character. We have maxed a lot of stuff, and we've got, you know, some weight and attack, mana, and magic damage. Other than that, we're pretty much done collecting stuff out of the castle. I think there are a few blueprints left, but we're just going to get right down to it. We have, in fact, cleared the other bosses, so we could take a stab at reaching New Game +3. However, I'm going to clear the entire castle, because otherwise this would be a very short episode. And I'm a little rusty, to be honest. Needed to kill him. Alright. Was a little worried about the reach on him, but it looks like for now we are doing okay. I think what I'm going to be doing is looking to get down to the darkness. That's what I should do now. And then do what I normally do when doing things like this, and defeat the darkness using the castle as a health pool. You'll notice that on our map, that turret there is actually represented by a red dot. That is eidetic memory at work. We'll attack this from above because it's got homing, but it can't quite get that homing all the way down, or, you know, as accurate as it would like. We're gonna take this nice and slow. There's no reason not to, really. I figured I might get hit there, but we managed to clean that up pretty flawlessly after that. I've got to get this McRib, and fast. We did take a good bit of damage there, but hopefully we will be able to heal it off with kills. Alright, we have found the darkness. Those are eventually just going to start firing. This is an easy room. One of the nicest rooms we could find, honestly. Alright, so that's one of those zombies that you can't possibly knock back, which means they are very dangerous. As you can see, no knockback. Ooh, that was close. We have to get in through the gap in timing. Well. Oof. Now, I could also be using Mist Form to avoid a lot of this damage. That is certainly the better option. Those are only 12 damage, so I'm not particularly worried about them in terms of how much they'll do to us. And away we go. Oh, well. Was not paying enough attention. Another easy room. And another easy room. This has been a very easy darkness. I don't know if we've just improved ourselves that much, because our last run, if I remember properly, which I might not, was pretty rich. We got a lot of money, we upgraded a lot of things. We might have just gotten a lot better. Alright, so I can look on the map and see that there are 3 of these. Wow, that was bad. We are killing them in a single hit, so that is a thing. I should have waited for that drumstick, but luckily I do not take any more damage this room. That drumstick, of course, will disappear if we leave the room. But I have to destroy everything, even if it gives me stuff that I can't use. Okay. We're gonna have to hit him 3 times, it looks like. Bam! And fairy chest, which gives us a permanent health increase. Very nice. We have found the boss. Those statues are also guaranteed health and mana if we so need them. If we ever hit dire straits. Okay, this is a dangerous room. So I used Mist Form there. And I made some mistakes, even so. Now, I don't remember if Mist Form can do spikes. No. The answer is no, it cannot. It makes sense. Mist Form does allow you to avoid some projectile... or it allows you to avoid projectile attacks. He's about to throw, so I don't want to jump at him. Oof, well, I managed to get him before he did anything, but with all the enemies defeated, we now increase our magic power. Darn, that wasn't worth it. I was trying to jump right before I hit the spikes. Overall, this room is a good room, though. We killed a lot of enemies, made a lot of gold. I'm not gonna do you. Okay. This room could have some really bad stuff in it, but what it has is these slimes, and these slimes can't actually escape where they currently are, which means I can just kill them, and look at my health just go. We can't get any of that money, which is sad, and there are other enemies in here that we can do nothing about. I will kill them, just to kill them. I can make that. Nope, I can't, so I have to go back up through the middle. Actually, no, I think there's one more enemy in... Oh yeah, I can look at the enemies on the map. I keep forgetting. Having an eidetic memory is really nice in this game. Can't speak for it in real life, because I certainly don't have a eidetic memory in real life. Alright, we can get that money, though. So we will. Our health definitely improved from this room. Now, it says there's an enemy there. Oh, there's one slime hidden behind all the money. Shame we can't get all of it. If we were a dwarf, or I don't know if they used midget or if it was dwarf or however they phrase it in this game, I honestly don't remember. But that's what you need to get into those. And even then, it's only some of them. Well, we'll wait for it to come down lower. Alright, we're now going to have to very carefully traverse these. You can stand on the boxes. And that was simple enough. We did get hit once, but so be it. Am I crazy? This is the answer to the question, and the answer is yes. Alright, we found Hyperion's Ring. If I am correct, Hyperion's Ring does one of two things. It either guarantees that we will get one Death Defy, or it gives us more gold find. We can attack that guy through the floor, which we will definitely do, because why put yourself in danger when you don't need to? This may have been a mistake. The thing is, when fighting slimes, you tend to break even, because you heal so much. Now I am one-shotting these as well when I crit, but I do crit like 75% of the time. You can see our health is spiking very, very rapidly. The invulnerability time that we get from getting hit, which we have increased through various level ups. Touching any bit of that will hurt us. So killing those guys is very nice. I really don't like those guys. They make it very hard to find a safe place to stand. Pretty much all the other casters, you can get a wall in between you and them and you'll be fine. Not those guys. I really should be using Mist Form. Mistform will get me into places a lot safer, but such is the curse of being me because I don't pay enough attention. The second you attack, you fall out of it, so it's not like you can just say, hey, I have a whole bunch of mana, I'm going to beat something to death while it does nothing. Not quite that good. Not quite that good. And we are almost done with the darkness here. Well, I don't like you either. Alright, by doing that, we limit the amount of actual problem space we have. Yes, he's limiting the ground, but he's limiting a very small fraction of the ground. Our soul... I forget what he's actually called. The Suncaster is basically what it is. He's actually problematic. I actually would have been safe where I was originally standing. Yep, I thought I heard a rocket. Those can pass through walls, so we're going to have to deal with them. Using that mist form to get in there is very convenient. Unfortunately, if I try and get in there, I'm going to end up with the problem of getting hit by the slimes. We're just gonna have to face tank him. Very good. Our health is still pretty darn strong. It looks as though there's still one enemy left, and that's... well, that was unfortunate. Bouncing on top of it is the easiest way to avoid it homing onto you. As I said earlier, it's because it can't, it can't loop that all the way back up and around. Damn you, McRib. But unfortunately, where those spikes were, did not make it very conducive to doing fun stuff like that. Soul Lock. Like Warlock, but Sun. I was kind of in the right ballpark there. There's a McRib over there. How can I tell? Because there's a crap ton of bones coming at me. That drumstick is very nice. We got a little low on health in this room. The fact that we haven't really had any issues with the darkness here means that I'm pretty sure I'm just going to turn around and wipe the floor with the other sections of the castle. Oh yeah, so we are ready to leave the darkness. We have completed the darkness in its entirety here, which is very nice. And I guess we're just... yeah, I guess we're gonna head towards the Maya or something. Just work our way from hardest to easiest. Could even make that without jumping. I kind of want to know. Yeah, just launches very quickly after a short bit. I'm fairly confident. This is a very silly strategy. I don't know if I'm just not critting or what. Mostly because I'm not actually watching the animation. I could tell you if I was critting. No, this was a dead-end room, so at least I finished it off now and won't have to go back to it and backtrack later. Which is why I'll also be doing this room. Is it worth 58 damage? No. Alright, back into this room. The main hub of our adventure really is this room. And now to places we have not explored. Alright, we will just simply dodge the soul walk here. He's not as strong as the other ones that we have found. We are taking quite a bit of damage. It's actually rather... oh gosh, there's a McRib. Looks like he's over. Hitting from beneath here is going to save us from taking a good bit of damage. We'll clean out this room here, hoping for some drumsticks. It would be nice to have them. Weirdly enough, we're doing worse in the castle than we were in the darkness. Very strange. We are going to be aiming to go up because we are looking to enter the Maya. Totally worth using just a little bit of mana there to make ourselves invulnerable. Very, very useful, as you can see. But it does put a pretty big drain on our mana if we use it for any extended length of time. Crits are very important as assassins. We have a very good chance to crit, but unfortunately, we cannot crit forever and always. Alright. And, oh man, I needed a crit there to kill it in one more hit. I can hit this guy through the floor, which is very nice, and makes my life a lot simpler. You're getting quite a bit of gold. Alright, we found the Maya. Okay, we managed to make it up without getting hit, which I'm honestly pretty impressed by. I do have to take care of those guys because... Actually, no. Where they are placed... Hello, Mimic. Where they are placed, they can't actually get me with any of their spell. I suppose there is a single unique case. I'm gonna... Ah, nice, I got the Mimics. Unfortunately, all this wonderful gold is going to go away because I can't actually get it. Using that very limited mana to save ourselves some damage. We do have some vampirism. Don't know if this is worth it, but it's dead now and it's not going to be a problem. But I will have to recover some mana. Another one of those. Okay. There's something that I would very much like to do, which is of course win both of them. Defeat all enemies. Oh, it's one of these. Alright, so unfortunately we need the chakram for this room. We can get kind of close with this spell. Oopsie. Yeah, we can hit one of them. It's not worth doing that. Oh, that's the only... I was expecting him to be like alternating things. Okay, so this mini boss. This mini boss isn't too bad. Just have to avoid his. It's when he charges that's most dangerous. Granted, we dealt with him quite handily, and we get another magic power increase by 5, which is very nice. After we've fully upgraded something in the castle, we are 100% reliable on our progression from, well, basically from the castle, from finding stuff in chests. That is the way that we will progress, mixed with the general level ups. This is like our first Doomscape that we've seen, and I've actually very much appreciated that. I was expecting the crit, I saw how much damage you did with one attack, was hoping to not have to worry about it. Okay, so we do have to be wary of mimics. Luckily this was not a mimic, or it would have been on top of us, because we did actually swing our sword into it. At that point the mimic will attack you, or it will die. Those are pretty much the only two outcomes. Come at me, bro. Darn. Okay, I'm pretty sure the axe allowed me to finish it off, but I don't actually know. Nope, I can kill them in one hit. It's unfortunate. It would have been nice if my mana had actually counted for something, but our health and mana still aren't really low. Not really. Oh, it's one of these. Wow, somehow I lost my second jump. I think because I walked off the edge. Hello. This is going to be a pretty brutal room. We can't do anything against that skull while he's sitting where he's sitting. We found the safe spot. This is really funny. I didn't know that the gold would actually fall down the hill. My plan was to use my mist form to avoid some of that damage, but it just didn't happen. Alright. Hello, Doomscape. Okay. I'm watching my health very carefully. If I have to abandon this endeavor, so be it. My frame rate is just tanking right now. Man. This game is not very CPU intensive. I must have something running that I forgot about. Oh yeah, perfect speed. No, I didn't know that that was gonna work. I just kind of went with it. My mist form should have been superior, but I could not swing the third blow fast enough. Oh my gosh, the lack of crits. The lack of crits hurt a lot there. Luckily, we're still doing okay. Our health is kind of low, though. Yep, I don't like that. I don't know what else is in this room. I will just kill him the stupid way. There's a lot of boxes in this room. I'm hoping to find something of value. We will be having a ninja duel, apparently. But you have backup and I do not. Bring it. There we go. Well, I obviously won our ninja duel. Alright, that worked out well. That is not a mimic. 125,000 gold is a crap ton of gold. Like a dangerously, stupidly high amount of gold. I'm glad that crit when it did. Alright. I do not like that warg. That was funny. That's not what I wanted, but... I don't want to deal with this Worgen Florgan. I was expecting him to de-aggro, but you know what? That worked too. Oh, you. Well played, but you're a dick. But that is... Ooh, that is a good chest, though. Like, when I say good chest, I mean that's one that could contain a blueprint. It is... That worked out, but not... Oh, darn. It's not what I wanted. We are in 3-shot range, probably 2 from some stronger enemies, and possibly 1 from the knights, those giant black knights. Okay, I do not like this room. There's a lot of enemies in there, So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a tactical retreat. That is the end room, though. Look at how many enemies are in there, though. That's, like, unreasonable. So we're gonna have to backtrack. I like this one. This is a little bit easier. I'm not gonna run through this, because A, I don't want to take stupid damage, and B, it's still decently fast, because you're going this way. Alright. What's up here? Okay, beautiful, that's what I was hoping for. I don't think we can do that fairy chest. Mist form does not protect us from that at all. We've already experimented. Let's break these things down here that apparently I missed. Okay, good. This is kind of what I was hoping for. And that is because I'm going to be taking these. So, that was a quick escape. Don't want to take damage, use this quick escape method. That was kind of a little bit... what's the word I'm looking for? That's cool to know. I can't think of the word. It basically just means that it was luck. It was very nicely coordinated, but unintentionally so. It's not prosperity, it's not... I think it starts with P, maybe it's not, but... The lack of crit. I find your lack of crit disturbing. See, if we crit, it's easy. Well met, sir, but I defeated you. Alright, and we are off to the bottom half of this room, which looks like it's probably about the same layout, just down. Which actually might be harder. My nose is itching like nothing else. It is not fair. Game, why you do this? I know it was you. Alright. I've drawn aggro from the guy too, so I'm expecting some throwing stars. Yep. Man, the lack of crit there too is terrible. You have no pulse in your feet, you stupid Nino Pojo. I know, because otherwise you would set those off. Very nice. Okay, so we went from, oopsie, from being in a riskier situation to a much more solid one. Mostly because we did clear this room relatively well, rather than making silly mistakes, which has been happening in some of the rooms here. Now we do still have like 2 rooms all the way back. So I'm actually going to hold off on those. I think. I'm going to hold off on those. I do still have to clear the castle, but I do have an easy entrance into the forest that I'm going to take. I really wish there was a good way of doing it on the way back. I'm pretty sure you can use the dashes pretty well to make it a reality, but I don't remember for sure. Alright, so I managed to get into this room alright. Did take some effort. This is how we're gonna have to beat this. In between the flowers spitting, we're gonna have to just take care of the castle guard. I guess this is one way to take care of those plants as well. And we're off into the jungle. Okay, we've got a chakram. That means we can actually go and get that, what's this one? It's this room. We can go and actually get that one fairy chest, believe it or not. The one that I said needed chakram. However, I'm not going to take chakram right now until we've cleared every room. And the reason for that is, what if we find one where we need our current spell? I've had picked up spells eventually lapse, but I haven't found a... It hasn't happened every time. There's been times when it hasn't happened. I don't know if it's a set number of uses. Man, what an obnoxious room. Oh, but yeah, there are... Oopsie. There are a few times that it's gone back, but I haven't come up with anything consistently. It's not like, oh, you used it X amount in... Ah, you're so close to dead, just die. Our mana is looking pretty good. Our health is mediocre. Found the other side of the castle. I could have avoided that. So our health definitely benefited from that. Though we did take some more initial starting damage than I would have liked. Find the safe spot away from these guys. The Wraths. Alright. This is where I wish it was Spelunky and I could have looked down to see where I was falling. But I figured where I was falling was probably safer than jumping into the nightmare. And it was. Ah, there is one of these guys left. Jump! There you go. Come on. Bad slime. Okay. The mist form is serving me well. Also, that ridiculously tight jump served me well. The invulnerability time is probably one of the most important upgrades in this game. That's a nice crit. If you use your invulnerability time wisely, you can either flee from an enemy that would otherwise deal you a lot more damage, or you can kill an enemy that is a little bit weaker. There's a lot of benefits, a lot of potential benefits. I'm not going to use these right now, my health isn't in a good enough position. So this is one of those rooms that you wish you were small, because I don't think there's any other way to get into it there. There are just some very nice advantages to being small in this game. Oh gosh. Just by jumping in and out of mist form there, we increased our magic damage by 1. You'll notice that all of that just general shenaniganry. Oh yeah, I got it. This is bad to do. We're talking about a pixel perfect jump here. Got it. It's not worth it. It's not worth 25 gold to possibly take a whole bunch of damage. In our situation, I suppose you could argue it is, because we're pretty well off. But usually you don't. This is another one that we could get with the chakram. Okay, this just has a bunch of the... Oh, damn it. Should have paid attention to the fact that it was a dead end. That's okay, we didn't actually take any damage in it. Alright, so we have 2 rooms that we want a chakram for. Which honestly is a little bit of a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting that we would want the chakram for more than 1 room. But we still have a few rooms left to clear, so... Frickin' McRibs, man. Am I gonna do it? It's flinchy. Ah, darn it. Not really worth it. We still have a chunk of castle. Come on, stupid. Oh gosh. Okay, there's one of those in here. There's a McRib in here. You want to get underneath McRibs, because they don't throw on top of themselves, ever. Okay, that's a nasty room. Not that this one's any better, but... Alright, well, we took 1 hit. It's probably better than I expected. Oh gosh, I didn't even see that there. Okay, I'm pretty sure we definitely gained health there. But not by much. Actually, I'm not even 100% confident. Oh my. I almost got hit by that. Gotta look for the safe spots, 'cause they always fire in the same pattern. I'm not sure I like this any better. Entering from that direction was not better. I took about as much damage as I thought I would. And it all turned out okay. That's just a bouncy thing, right? Yeah. Making sure I'm not missing out on potential kills. Now, I did miss the doorway down here. Oh wow, I was so busy watching the fireballs I didn't even notice that. That little ball of energy. Being a dick. There's obviously more than one of these. You stupid visionary. I was hoping to kill it in that 1 blow, but once again I looked silly as I smacked it with my sword, and then stared into its still living eye. Alright. According to our map, we're very, very close to the end of the forest. We do have a room just a little bit back a ways. We are gonna have to come a pretty decent distance to get to that room with the chakram. As I said, I am going to investigate all of the castle before giving up the axe. When I don't crit, I look like a chump. And it's pretty much, how on earth are you alive in this castle? The enemies don't take me seriously. Yep. I needed those 2 crits. I need to crit more. One more. One of you, oh, two of you left. Two of you left. Gotcha. And man, look at our health. Our health just filled right back up. And you missed all of those shots at point blank. I'm not entirely sure how he missed all 3 shots at point blank, but he did. And that drumstick is going to guarantee us full health, I think. We look full enough that if it's not full health... Okay, well now we're guaranteed doubly full health. We were full health after the first one. Looks like we are out of forest room, so we just have... It's a pretty big castle, actually. Though it could be, like, completely linear and not have any side rooms. The easiest way to get there is down, actually. Right into a fireball that I should have seen coming. I think I've taken more damage from fireballs than I'd care to admit. I think I was still invincible there. I think I took less damage from the one throwing the bone underneath the floor. The question is, do you commit to putting 3 axes into each one of these guys? When obviously I can't aim these axes anyway. This is more about vengeance. Boom. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna actually be able to kill all of these guys, because I keep missing too many axes. We got... There we go. That was my last shot. Alright, see, now I've made a mistake, though. I have no mana. I'm slowly getting some back. But I don't want to abandon this room because there's so much money sitting around. Luckily, I do have a good bit of open air moving space. Okay, I actually have done like no damage to him. I was hoping that he was like 1 hit from dead. Well, so I left myself without any mana for Mist Form, which could have been a lot worse for me. Granted, this is the castle, so the punishment that's going on here is actually pretty mild in terms of what kind of room we could have run in on. Take care of that zombie. Mist Form is really useful, and I'm glad that I've gotten the hang of using it. I'm definitely running low on mana. And Mist Form is definitely mana intensive. But you can save yourself from getting hit. Mana is a lot easier to find than HP. I think oh, well. That solves that problem. Oh man, frame rate is hitting the crapper again. And then it's fine. I'm very curious about this. I'm pretty sure that you, the viewer, should be able to witness this. Is this the mini-boss? No, it's not. It's never the mini-boss when I can. So that one you just have to have a dash. To get this chest you have to have a dash, because the dash is the only way that you can move in a direction without looking in it. If you come up like this and walk towards it, you lose it. It locks itself, so to speak. Alright, I'm going to traverse this way. It's pretty simple. I totally didn't read what that was. I thought it was take no damage. I could have made this as a no fighting room. Easy. Just Mist Form all the way up. Well, that's unfortunate. My own lack of observation skills is what did me in there. Got like one more room here. I'm surprised we managed to dodge that. Well, we actually are a little lucky that we took damage where we did, because the 32 damage we took from getting hit by a missile spared us 3 of these guys? I really wish there was one item that I had found. One of these days I hope to show it off. I've gotten it in the past. That's another room that... Okay, that's the room that I kind of expected to have somewhere. We're not going to have another one of those parade statue shrines that I would need. Because I believe we have explored everywhere. I don't think there's anywhere left. Appears as though that is correct. I am not going to gamble any money on those. There's an item you can get that guarantees you a win. And Hyperion's Ring is not it. So what we are going to do is we're going to go find the spell, which we got to this way, I believe. We're going to take it. We're going to take this chakram and we're going to go all the way down where we need to. And I'm just making sure that I have the right path. Looks to be so. We're just going to quickly grab these fairy chests, because all those setups are really worth it. Nope, this way. Look at the wrong fairy chest for a second there. Defeat all enemies. So there. It goes back, and it keeps going because we don't catch it. And... nice! Max weight load increase +5. That's the reason why... what was this again? Oh, that was that. That's the reason right there why I don't want to purchase any of that. Because eventually, if you look at the max possible load, the max possible load that I could possibly put on my body, there is a number. There's a static number that limits you. Excuse me. There. It's right there. Boss room looks to be the fastest. It's not really any faster. But yeah, there is a max amount of weight that I will ever have to carry on my person. And if I upgrade to that, every weight upgrade I find after that is useless. Granted, if I find all the weight upgrade I need for the highest tier items inside chests, after that point, all those weights will be worthless anyway. Very nice. Magic power increase. Sounds good to me. It'll still be useless after that point, but we won't have spent any money on it. I mean, eventually I won't have anything to spend money on except for that. So, at that point, you know, it kind of is what it is. Alright, we're just going to jump from place to place and pick up our 7 HP that we need here. And 70 mana, so we need one more. Sure, we left pretty much all of these intact. And done and done. We go back to the beginning. I'm going to do one last sweep of the castle. Make sure we did in fact explore everything that is entirely encapsulated. There are no doors open to nowhere. Look at the forest. No doors open to nowhere. That'd of course be an unexplored room. Yeah, it looks like we got it all. So, time to go fight the fountain again. Of course I'm going to beat up everything here. Now I still could mess up and take damage here. And not go into the final boss battle at full health. But we didn't have to worry about that. I actually don't think there's another way for me to take damage in here. But if we do, now it's my own fault because I managed to eat that drumstick before realizing that I had full health. You know what? I down attacked it, but I'm not going to use it. How about that? Unfortunately, I have to use that one. We've already read this journal entry, so that's all of them. And now we are off to fight Johannes and the fountain. I'm going to wreck you, dude. You don't even know. You don't even know. Nice! I did it without taking damage. Which means I'm going to try to avoid picking those up. I don't think I can get through the fountain without taking damage. Just because he's got a lot of annoying attacks that are hard to avoid. I'm going to try to. I'm going to end the fight with full health, that's for sure. Well. And then this was the tactic I used to I mean, I can literally face tank him and not care. Easy. Not even a challenge. It really is the normal mobs that are ridiculous. I may have slain the king, but only after he betrayed... Oh, yeah. Ask yourself what justice has been met. In the end, we are all guilty of the same sin. Look to your forefathers. Such is the cost of yeah, whatever. The sun. I had forgotten how it feels. That's like the most depressing thing that could have been said right there. Boom! Money! And then we enter the credits. Skeleton, Mr. Bones McRib. That McRib number is going to go way up as we keep going. I have not died in the middle of one of these fights, because they're even. If they were one off, you'd know I died in the middle of a fight. I suppose I could have died in the middle of 2 different fights. So you know I've died in an even number of fights against those guys. 3 kitters. We can't re-kill those ever, so it's just kind of one of those things. Pretty much everything that is the highest tier is pretty much all that we're seeing nowadays, so those numbers are going to go way up. Yeah, those damn zombie schnoots are really annoying. Doomvisses, Doomtrits, and Doomscapes. Salos, we just don't see them very often, and when we run into that mini-boss, it's always at a bad time. Why, hello, Alexander. I like how his flames are actually kind of out of the portrait. Hello, Botus. Our favorite projectile-slinging friends. Flowermon. Pretty sure that's a Digimon. It's been forever and a day since I've actually played... well, watched Digimon, I guess. Yeah, those tier 3 numbers are gonna climb real fast. You were a chump, Ponce de Leon. Don't even pretend. Not much to really say. I still don't know how the hell we slay these things. Nino Pojo. I find it interesting that the middle tier is the one that we've seen the most there. Bulbasaurus Rex is the highest tier and also the most that we've ever killed. Just like Herodotus should be 3. It's actually 64. Because the Bulbasaurus Rexes actually break into more pieces than the other ones, and they all count, it would seem. Or at least some of them do. I don't think all of them do, but definitely a few more than just the base original one that splits. Killed 3 Johannes, killed 3 Fountains. And that is new game plus 2. So So that means we are going to be moving into New Game Plus 3 in our next episode. I'm not quite going to stack it onto this one since this episode was already almost an hour long. We are going to spend all of our money first. I really could skip this, I think. I think I can skip this. I kind of don't want to skip this. I like the music here. I think it's really well done. I hope that it doesn't get caught, you know, what's the right word? Flagged for copyright infringement, because, you know, YouTube's awesome like that. Flibbity-jibbibo. Flibbity-jibbibo. I don't know how that's said right. Flibbity-jibbibo. Something like that. Whew, but man. Good stuff. That was a good run. I'm very proud of that run. I'm pretty sure that Lady Antoinette II is going to meet her end in the next episode. However, she did good. She did good. Look at that manner. We've gone through 57 children. We've been playing for 36 hours. And we are off to start our Legacy plus 3. Now, I'm not actually going to start. What we are going to do is this. Bam. Let's actually go out here. We don't have the highest tier of everything yet. Not of everything. We still have yet to find it. I have a feeling we'll start finding them in New Game Plus 3. I'm just pumping this, like, seriously. I'll do some in this as well. Oh, well, that's that. Can we actually afford this? Nope. That's a lot of damage. How much do I do without critting? 163. Our magic spell does... Our magic does as much damage as our normal swing. That's actually pretty sweet. Where'd I go? Ooh. Apparently I'm really dirty and I'm just shedding off. Alright, I'm gonna stop messing around. Let's see if... Well, I guess I'm gonna continue to mess around by buying stuff here. What did we have equipped? I thought we had the blood. I guess we didn't. It's not that bad. It is 19 damage, but I'm not particularly worried. So we managed to get down to 340 bucks. That's pretty sweet. We are hitting for a good bit, but I have a feeling that that's not actually going to be a good bit now that we are in New Game Plus. So as we stare here in defiance with death, I will say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching the series. We are about to go through our 4th loop. I guess technically the second one is the first loop, but either way, we're going to be starting our 4th iteration of this game, New Game Plus 3, indexed at 0 like it should be, and I'm having a lot of fun. I never thought I'd play Rogue Legacy through this much, even though I used it as kind of a filler episode to start. They've definitely turned into full-length episodes, and I've been enjoying playing quite a bit, and I hope that you guys who have been watching, whether you have joined in right from the beginning or just recently, have been learning a lot about it. I'm trying to go over everything every time I do it, all the decisions I make, but sometimes there's a lot of information going through, so I hope that you are actually picking some of that up, as I am just basically vomiting up words into the microphone. I hope that you are enjoying yourself, and I will see you guys next time.